Hi students, only education will change your life. Keep this in your mind. So take notes properly and study well. Electric field due to uniformly charged spherical cell. Generally, sphere is a two types. One is hollow sphere, another one is solid sphere. In our topic, hollow sphere, one is conducting hollow sphere, another one is non-conducting hollow sphere. And same solid conducting sphere and non-conducting sphere. Generally here conducting and conducting hollow sphere, non-conducting hollow sphere, conducting solid sphere produces same result. So same properties also. So differ non-conducting solid sphere is differ from these results. So we have discussed two topics: electric field due to a uniformly charged spherical cell or hollow cell, or conducting hollow cell, or non-conducting hollow cell, or conducting solid sphere. And next topic is electric field due to an uniformly charged non-conducting solid sphere. Our first topic is electric field due to a uniformly charged spherical cell. Here consider one sphere. The radius of sphere is r. The charge of sphere is, net charge of sphere is q. Charge density sigma. The charge density sigma is equal to charge divided by area, which means the charges placed at the surface of the sphere. It is a very important hollow conducting sphere, non-conducting sphere, solid sphere, charges placed at the surfaces. Charge density sigma is equal to net charge divided by area. Charge at surface, uniformly distributed charge at the surface of the sphere. The net charge of the sphere is q, area A. Charge density is equal to charge divided by unit area. So sigma is equal to q by A and q is equal to sigma A. This is very important. The sphere producer, I mean the net charge, positively charged body produces the electric field radially outward direction. You know well in previous classes. So electric field radially outward direction. The electric field is radially outward direction from the sphere on the spheres, which means the electric field is perpendicular to the surface of the sphere. This is a very important property. So sigma is equal to q is equal to sigma A. Electric field is outward direction, radially outward direction, because of this positively charged density of the sphere. So the radius of sphere is r. Here we consider 3 points. First point, outside of the sphere, I want to calculate the electric field outside of the sphere. First one, and second point on the sphere, and third point inside of the sphere. I want to calculate the electric field outside, on the surface of the sphere, and inside of the sphere. First one, case 1. Consider the Gaussian surface from distance of r from the center of the sphere. This is Gaussian surface. The radius of Gaussian surface is r. So you know well the electric flux due to the positive charge. Net electric flux is equal to closed surface integral of E dA cos theta. So theta is nothing but is angle between area vector and the electric field. So consider one point on the surface of the Gaussian surface. This is area, this is area vector, dA vector. You know well the area vector direction along the direction of the electric field because of this positively charged body spherical cell. So, electric field is radially outward direction. The radial vector, which means the area vector, is along the direction of E. So, theta is equal to 0. So, pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA, and pi is equal to E is a constant for every point on the Gaussian surface, which means uniform. So, closed surface integral of dA. So, pi is equal to E into A. So, pi is equal to E into A, area of the Gaussian surface, 4 pi r square. This is equation number 1. According to Gauss law, pi is equal to, you know well then Gauss law, according to Gauss law, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught times of net charge in closed surface. So, 1 divided by epsilon times of net charge. So, pi is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. This is equation number 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. So, E into 4 pi r square is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. So, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is the electric field outside of the sphere at point distance of r, which means r greater than r. It is a very important one, and E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This result, it seems that all charges are concentrated at center of the sphere, produces result same result. E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square because of it acts as a point charge. You know well, point charges produces electric field at a distance of r. E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. And next one, case 2, r is equal to r, which means second point, the Gaussian surface placed on the surface of the sphere, which means r equal to r. So, you know well, pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA cos theta, and pi is equal to E 4 pi r square. This is equation number 1. And second one, according to Gauss law, pi is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. So, equation number 2, compare equations. E 4 pi r square is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. So, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Here r is equal to r. The Gaussian surface, radius of Gaussian surface is equal to radius of the sphere. So, r is equal to r, which means the Gaussian surface is placed on the surfaces, on the sphere. So, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. And case 3, it is very important inside of the sphere, which means r less than r. I want to calculate this r distance in Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface, this r distance in small sphere inside of the sphere. As usual, pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA cos theta. You get answer, pi is equal to E 4 pi r square, equation number 1. According to Gauss law, pi is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. Here, net charge inside of the sphere is 0 because of, listen, very important, the charges introduced inside the sphere, the charges recede away from the center and reach the surface of the sphere. Net charge inside of the sphere q is equal to 0. So, that is why q is equal to 0. So, pi is equal to 0, and equation number E 4 pi r square is equal to 0, and E is equal to 0 inside of the conductor. Whatever the electric charges at surface, whatever the electrical disturbance outside, the electric field inside is 0, which means the electric field inside cavity is 0. This phenomenon is called as electrostatic shielding. During lightning accompanied by the thunder, it is always safe and sit inside of the bus or car compare than outside or under the tree. Because of the inside of the electric field, inside of the bus electric field is 0. It is very safe in sit inside the bus. That is why it should act as a electrostatic shielding. It is a very important property. Inside of the conductor is 0, inside of the charge is 0, and the electric field is always perpendicular to the surface of the sphere. And fourth point is the important one, the potential is same on the surface and inside of the surfaces. These properties, the 4 properties are very, very, very important. A graph between electric field and distance. This is R, an electric field. Consider sphere. On the sphere, this is the inside of the inside sphere. Electric field inside is equal to 0. You know well, on the surface of electric field is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, and outside E inversely proportional to r square. So, graph is this. It is a very important graph. Next, electric field due to an uniformly charged non-conducting sphere. So, consider sphere, radius of sphere is r. So, non-conducting sphere, the charge uniformly distributed inside the sphere, the charge density of sphere is rho. So, net charge is q. Now, the volume charge density is important. So, charge density rho is equal to charge divided by unit volume. So, this is a volume charge density. So, charge divided by unit volume, which means 4 by 3 pi r cube. The radius of sphere is, non-conducting sphere is r. So, volume 4 by 3 pi r cube, q is equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Charge, net charge, this is charge density. Same phenomena, we have considered 3 points outside of the sphere, on the sphere and inside of the sphere. First one, case 1, outside of the sphere, which means r greater than r. We have considered one r radius Gaussian surface point here. The positively charged body, so the electric field is radially outward direction, you know well. You as is phenomena, dA vector is along the direction of electric field. So, the net electric flux produces sphere, closed surface integral of E dA cos theta. So, phi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA, theta value is 0. So, cos 0 equal to 1. So, pi is equal to E surface integral of E dA. So, pi is equal to E into 4 pi r square. This is equation number 1. According to Gauss law, pi is equal to 1 divided by epsilon times of net charge. 1 divided by epsilon times of net charge. So, pi is equal to net charge divided by epsilon naught. This is equation number 2. Compare then 1 and 2 equations. E is equal to E into 4 pi r square is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. So, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is the electric field outside of the sphere at a distance of r. Electric field is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Here next one, another way, E is equal to q is equal to net charge. Charge density rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is a very important another one equation. E is equal to 4 pi cancel. So, sigma r cube divided by 3 epsilon naught r square. It is a very important result. Another one result, E is inversely proportional to r square. If r value increases, E value decreases. If all your Gaussian surface increases from the sphere, electric field is decreases. E inversely proportional to r square. So, E is equal to sigma r cube divided by 3 epsilon naught r square. And case 2, r equal to r on the sphere. See, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So, E equal to net charge divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square on the surface of the non-conducting sphere. Electric field due to on the surface of the non-conducting sphere is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So, electric field due to an uniformly charged non-conducting sphere, case 3, inside. See, consider sphere, radius of sphere is r, uniformly charged. The charge density of the sphere is rho. Rho is equal to charge per unit volume 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, rho q is equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Next one, just we are consider inside of the sphere. The charge of the sphere is q, net charge of the sphere is q, non-conducting sphere, charge density rho. We are consider distance of r in Gaussian surface inside of the sphere. So, r is the inside of the sphere, which means r is less than r, less than r. And next one, I want to calculate electric field at a point of this point P, distance of r inside of the non-conducting sphere, uniformly charged non-conducting sphere. See, as usual, you know well, net electric flux pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA cos theta in the positive charge body. So, the electric field is radially outward direction. The surface, consider one small surface of the Gaussian surface, value is dA value is perpendicular to the surface. So, dA vector along the direction of electric field. So, theta is equal to 0 and pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA cos 0. So, pi is equal to closed surface integral of E dA and pi is equal to E into closed surface integral of dA. So, E is equal to E into A and flux pi is equal to E into 4 pi r square. So, equation number 1. And next, according to Gauss law, net electric flux pi is equal to net charge divided by epsilon naught. The enclosed surface of net charge, net flux is equal to 1 divided by epsilon times of net charge. So, pi is equal to q divided by epsilon naught in Gaussian surface. Here, very important one, q is the net charge in Gaussian surface. You know well, the net charge of non-conducting sphere is q. Just I want to take in the net charge of in Gaussian surface is q dash. Here, this is net charge of Gaussian surface, net electric flux is equal to q dash divided by epsilon naught. Here, q dash is equal to how much of net charges are placed in the volume of r, radius of r, volume of small Gaussian surface. Q dash is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube volume of charge produces q charge. I want to calculate this. 4 by 3 pi r cube volume of charges produces net charge q dash. So, q dash is equal to q into 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3 pi cancel. So, q r cube divided by r cube. So, according to Gauss law, Gaussian surface is equal to q dash divided by epsilon naught. So, q dash is equal to q r cube divided by r cube divided by epsilon naught. So, Gaussian surface is equal to net flux, Gaussian surface is equal to q q r cube divided by epsilon naught r cube. This is equation number 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. So, E into 4 pi r square is equal to q r cube divided by epsilon naught times r cube. So, electric field E is equal to q r cube divided by epsilon naught caps r cube into 1 divided by 4 pi r square. So, E is equal to cancel the value r cube, this r square value cancel. So, q r divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. This is another one form of electric field inside of the non-conducting sphere, charged non-conducting sphere. In same way, another one way, E is equal to, this is Q, I want to calculate the density. Q is equal to rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube into this r divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So, electric field is equal to 4 pi cancel, r cube cancel. So, remaining value rho r divided by 3 epsilon naught. This is another one form of electric field equation. E is equal to rho r divided by 3 epsilon naught. It is a very important one. E is directly proportional to r, which means r value increases, electric field is also increased inside of the not uniformly charged conducting non-conducting sphere. Consider r value is increases. If E is directly proportional to R, so if R value increases, electric field is also increases inside of the conductor. It is a very important result. E is directly proportional to R. So, electric field due to an uniformly charged non-conducting sphere, outside of the electric field E is equal to sigma r cube rho r cube 3 epsilon naught r square is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square is equal to rho r divided by 3 epsilon naught. Most of them sigma or rho will take charge density. Next one, we draw the graph between electric field and the distance of r. Electric field E. So, on the surface, electric field on the surface, this is inside, this is outside. So, inside of the electric field E is directly proportional to R. So, you know, well, on the surface of electric field E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, E is inversely proportional to R square. Outside of the electric field, I mean outside of the sphere, electric field is E inversely proportional to R square. So, get the equation graph. This is a very important graph between electric field and distance, Gaussian surface consider from distance, then uniformly charged non-conducting sphere. Here example 1, two concentric uniformly charged spherical cells of radius r1 and radius r2 greater than r1 have total charges q1 and q2 respectively, which means the r1 radius of sphere charge is q1, the radius of r2 sphere charge q2. Derive an expression of electric field as a function of r for following positions. Three positions. First one is r less than r1. R less than r1. Consider the Gaussian surface. R value is less than r1. Less than r1 means inside of the inner sphere. You take two spheres. One is the inner sphere, another one is outer sphere. This is inner sphere produces electric field E1, outer sphere produces electric field E2. In inner sphere, R less than R1. So, this is R point P the inside of the Gaussian surface. I want to calculate the inside of the inner sphere net electric field. The net electric field is equal to electric field of inner sphere plus electric field of outer sphere. You know well formulas. E electric field is equal to inner sphere electric field inside of the conductor, a solid conductor or a hollow sphere, or conducting hollow sphere or non-conducting hollow sphere. Net charge inside is electric field. Net charge is 0, electric field is also 0. So, E net is the electric field is equal to inside of the inner sphere, radius of R1, charge is 0. So, electric field is 0, inner sphere electric field is 0, plus another one outer sphere. Outer sphere is also inside, R value is considered is also inside of the outer sphere. So, R2 radius of outer sphere is also inside electric, net electric charge is 0. So, electric field is also 0. So, E net electric field is equal to 0 or less than R1 condition. And next condition, R1 greater than R2 less than R. Consider the points. R value is R1 inner sphere radius greater than inner sphere radius, but less than outer sphere radius. Consider the points to graph. This is inner sphere, the radius of inner sphere is R1, this is radius of outer sphere R2. The consider Gaussian surface of point R is greater than R1 and less than R2, which means the point considered here. The point lies between inside inner sphere and outer sphere, which means outside of the inner sphere and inside of the outer sphere. It is very important. The point considered, it is very important. This is point R. The point lies between at a point P. Conditions are greater than R1 but less than R2. The R value is placed at Gaussian surface. The point lies between the points outside of the inner sphere but inside of the outer sphere. It is a very important one. I want to calculate the net electric field is equal to, so the electric field inner sphere plus the electric field outer sphere. Net electric field is equal to the electric field inner sphere produces outside. For example, it is very important. The electric field produces at a point R, you know well the electric field Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square, and electric field, the point is placed outer sphere, compare the outer sphere, the outer point P is inside of the outer sphere. So, inside of the electric field is 0. So, finally, we get the net electric field. The net electric field is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square, or net electric field is equal to KQ divided by R square. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is constant, value is K. So, KQ divided by 4 pi, so KQ divided by R square. E net electric field is equal to KQ divided by R square into R cap. R cap is a unit vector. Because of if charge is negative, the electric field is radially inward direction. If charge is positive, the electric field is radially outward direction. Next condition is R greater than R. R greater than R means the Gaussian surface or imaginary surface is outside of the two spheres. Here sphere, another one sphere, this is R1, this is radius of R2. R greater than R2 means this point, R point. This Gaussian surface or closed surface is outside of the two spheres. So, I want to calculate the electric field at a point here. Net electric field is equal to electric field inner sphere plus electric field outer sphere. So, E net electric field is produces inner sphere, electric field inner sphere plus electric field out sphere. Electric field inner sphere produces K Q divided by R square plus this is K Q divided by R square outer sphere. Second R2 radius produces electric field outside. So, net electric field is equal to constant K here charge R1 radius charge is Q1 divided by R square plus constant K charge Q here charge Q2, this is Q1, this is Q2 divided by R square. I want to calculate the net electric field outside is equal to K common and net charge of Q1 plus Q2 whole divided by R square. Electric field strength at that point P, distance R from center of the sphere, non-conducting solid sphere. Consider through three spheres, one sphere charge Q, second sphere charge 2Q and third sphere charge 4Q. The first one is radius R by 2, second one radius R, third one radius 2R. Consider point, this is first charged sphere from the center point outside P and second 2Q charge radius R point on the surface of the sphere and third point 2R radius but inside of the sphere at a point P. So, total electric field, what is the electric field of individual spheres? First one, electric field of first one E1 is equal to first sphere, the charge net charge is Q, the radius is R by 2, the point considered point is P outside of the sphere. You know well, non-conducting solid sphere electric field outside of the sphere is Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. You know well the distance R is equal to distance point of P distance R. So, E1 is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So, second sphere charge net charge is 2Q, this point on the surfaces. So, you know well electric field on the surface of the non-conducting solid sphere E2 is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So, E2 is equal to Q charge, here charge is 2Q. So, 2Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. This is electric field of 2Q charge radius R, consider point on the surface of the sphere. So, electric field is equal to 2Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. And third one is net charge 4Q, consider point inside of the non-conducting solid sphere radius 2R. You know well electric field inside of the non-conducting solid sphere is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube into R. E3 is equal to third sphere Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube into R. So, E3 is equal to the charge of the third sphere is 4Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. R is the radius of the sphere, here radius of sphere is 2R. So, 2R whole cube in the point R is equal to R. Point is equal to R point. So, consider point is R. So, R is equal to R inside of the conducting sphere. In our questions that point P distance R. So, E3 is equal to 4Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2R cube. So, 2 cube R cube 8 R cube into R. So, E3 is equal to this is 4 one time, this is 2 time, this one time. So, R value R cube get square value. So, Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 R square. E3 equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 R square. So, maximum value of sphere and this is E2 and next E1 and finally very low value is E3. This is answer. These two topics are very important for NEET exam and JEE main also. So, electric field inside, outside and on the surface of hollow sphere, conducting sphere, hollow non-conducting sphere and solid conducting sphere. And this is also electric field due to uniformly non-conducting sphere. This results differs from first one. So, it is also very important area. So, practice it very important, and the graphs is also very important. So, these problems is a very important area for a NEET exam and JEE mains also. So, practice it. All the best.